Hey, we're here at the It's Not Dead Festival, and I'm really thrilled right now because I'm a big fan of the Ramones. We got CJ Ramone right here. How's everything going today?
Great, going really good. Had a great set today. So
Oh, nice. So what was the crowd like today at your set?
we had. I was shocked because we had so many people in front of us. The good thing is stage 2 is right near the entrance, so everybody's got to walk by. But we must have been sounding good because everyone stopped and watched. So we had a real good crowd in front of us, made a lot of noise. We really had a good time.
Oh, cool. Like I mentioned, Ramones is one of my biggest. That was the first punk band I ever heard. That was the reason why I wanted to play guitar, because I saw these guys.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
And these were guys who like picked up a guitar and just played.
Yep.
And that's what I wanted to learn. What was it like when you came into the band and to be a part of that?
It was, of course, it was unbelievably an honor and exciting and everything. But I was really focused on just doing a really good job. I never thought of it as trying to replace Dee Dee or anything like that. I really just try to look at it like I got hired to do this job, and it was a really important one. Ramones have always been one of my favorite bands. I was a huge Dee Dee fan, and the last thing I wanted to do was be the weak link in the chain. Thankfully, I was able to bring some life back to the band. And Johnny and Joey both said in interviews when I first got there, it was kind of tough for them because they looked over and saw me going wild, and they were like, "Oh, we better start moving around." I mean, the last couple times I saw the Ramones before Dee Dee left the band, it was rough. It was rough. Dee Dee would just be strumming the strings all open. They'd shut them off at the board, and Johnny and Joey weren't moving much. And the last time I saw them, I said to my buddy, I was like, "Man, this might be my last show," because they were just looking rough. And I heard Dee Dee left, and I said, same guy, I said, he was a big Ramones fan too. I said, "I'll never go to another Ramones show. It ain't the Ramones without Dee Dee," And I couldn't have been more wrong. I went to every single one of them for the rest of their career.
Cool. Because when you came in, you really threw a different spin into their musical vision, because it was a lot different from what it was in the past, and you really put in a lot of different sound, a different take into what it was.
Yeah, I come from a heavy metal background, so on stage that was I think that was very apparent. But like I said, I wasn't trying to be Dee Dee. I just wanted to make sure that I put on a great show and played solid and did the band justice. And I'm lucky enough that before Johnny and Joey died, and before Tommy died, and Arturo Vega died, and even Danny Fields, their original manager, they all told me what my contribution was to the band, and that was good for me to hear, because there's the inevitable remarks of not being a real Ramone and blah, 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 and this and that. But I tell everybody, I'm like, they had their most successful years while I was in the band. They never made more money or played more shows than when I was in the band. So, I mean, that's,
You did your job.
Yep. And that's it. I got up there and did the best I could. And that's, and of course, getting to be friends with guys that I idolized as a kid and everything it was all great experience for me. Proud as hell. I couldn't. Nothing all I ever do will top that, but that's a good thing,
No, your personal records have done very well. I mean, they've been very good, but you could tell the influences from what you had in the past, from your heavy metal background to your time at the Ramones to everything that you've experienced.
Right.
Are you working on anything new? Is there anything that's coming up pretty soon?
March we'll be recording a new record, and it'll be out on Fat. I hope so. I just got asked the question, how would I put the last 4 bands, what order would I put the last 4 bands on stage? NoFX, Bad Religion, Pennywise, and The Descendants. I'm like, you guys are going to get me fired. But yeah, we'll be recording a new one, in March.
Nice.
Not sure if we're going to go back to the same studio. I did the first 2, Ray Conquista and Last Chance to Dance, at a studio in Santa Ana called the Racket Room. We're talking that, right? We're starting to talk about where we might do the next one.
Oh, cool.
It might be back there, but I'm not sure. We just got both the records sound so good, and on Ray Conquista I had Jay Bentley from Bad Religion, Billy Zoom from X on there. We had Johnny Mauer from Social Distortion. We had like a whole lineup of great players that came out, and that record sounded great. It sounded so good. We went back and did the second one there, and that one sounded so good. I'm like, do I go back? What do I do? And I'm very tempted to go back there and do the same thing, because that's what I loved about the first 4 Ramones records. Just they stuck to their sound. They sounded great. They got to end of the century and they changed producers, and all of a sudden it was the first record that wasn't great side for side, you know.
Well, it's just like my buddy's in the industry, and he's like, when he finds a good studio, he kind of sticks to it because it just has this feel to it.
Yep.
So, are you going to be playing any shows in LA anytime soon?
We're playing Alex's Bar tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
And then Wednesday we leave for South America. We go down there for a month. Come home from that, and then it'll be 3 weeks off and over to Europe for 2 weeks. February we're going to go do that little 5-city run in Texas, and then March we'll be in the studio recording new songs.
Very cool.
So the people out in Texas, anybody out watching from out in Texas, they'll probably get a sample of the songs from the next record before it's recorded.
See, now can you hear that? You guys in Texas are going to be lucky. So you guys better hit up, get your tickets now. Go see this guy. Yep. Thank you very much for stopping with us. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to check out SoCalMuse.com.